G'day team, Mr. Minimalism here for our weekly training tip. Today we're going to work on the basics of building our hip hinge pattern. So today we're going to need a piece of dowel, and what we're going to focus on is starting to build a strong hip hinge pattern for our deadlift, kettlebell, ballistics such as our swing, clean and snatch. Okay, today we are going to work with within our warm-up serial, so you can use this before your mobility. So check out the video of posterior chain mobility after this to work this into your warm-up. So the idea will be to do some hip hinge patterning with the dowel, go into your posterior chain mobility, any other mobility you need to free up for the movement, and then come back in and finish with some hip hinge patterning once again. Alright, so starting position with our hip hinge patterning. We're going to put that dowel on our back with 3 points of contact being the head, thoracic and tailbone or coccyx. Okay, the catchwords we're going to use are chest fall, hips to the wall, and we're going to remember to keep a vertical shin and a neutral spine throughout the movement here. So we're going to push back, hips to the wall, chest fall, loading up through your hamstrings here. You should feel a nice tight stretch there. If you're tight, take your time to warm into it and coming back up. Head falls, 3 points of contact, maintaining those 3 points of contact at all times. Okay, working in as deep as we can, remaining that vertical shin, ensuring that your knees don't come forward into a squatting pattern. Right, pushing back into that hip hinge nice and deep and coming back up out. Okay, work into that until you feel comfortable, guys. Work it for 2 to 3 minutes at a time. Go through, conduct your posterior chain mobility, work on the areas you need to work on, then back into your hip hinge patterning. Use the dowel or choose not to. Go into patterning with some light kettlebells, body weight, or even some light barbell work before your session. That should help keep your spine neutral, shins vertical, and remember your tips with your hip hinge, shoulders above the hips, hips above the knees at all times. Tune in next week for another weekly training tip, and don't forget, less is more.